Race fans, handicappers, and dead money. Welcome to Pick Six Fix. Okay, today is like Christmas for the gamblers of the horse racing world, and we're going to go after Pick Six. We're going to bet the Pick Four heavy, and we're going to take a look at the Pacific Classic. I've only got 10 minutes on these videos, so I'll go as fast as I can. Race 8, Saratoga. I like the 1-8. The 1's going to be your front runner, or I'm sorry, is going to be your closer, and the 8 as well. The way I look at this race, it's a very competitive race, and there's going to be some pretty good prices on the horses I like. I like Cherokee Queen, who's a solid late runner with consistent early pace. Horse is going to be in contention. Is going to be running big at the end of the race, and I think that's going to be important because we're looking at having a solid pace scenario in this race. The horse I like on the front end is the 1, Miss Keller. Now, when I handicap, I make my own odds. I put Miss Keller at 4-1 and Cherokee Queen at 3-1. I have no idea what the regular odds are, so I don't use that as part of my handicapping unless I have a form that that's what's on there. But generally, the forms I use, no. Now, on the 1 horse, Montjou is the stallion, and he's a horse that I just absolutely love. So, inner turf, you got a closer finish line coming around the far turn. Miss Keller's going to be in contention, and if Cherokee Queen can get a jump, she's going to have a nice run at it. Those are the 2 horses I like in this race. The next race is the 9, the Victory Ride Stakes Grade 3, race 9, 6 furlongs. This is a tough race. I'm looking for a horse that's going to be coming right off the early pace. So we don't want to come from too far back, and we don't want to go from too far in the front. So the way I broke this race down is we have 2 early pace horses that are going to be competitive, the 3 and the 6. The pace horses are the 2, 4, 7, 9, and the stalkers the 1. So in this race, I haven't settled in exactly on how I'm going to play it, but I'm leaning towards the 2, 4, 7, 9. So the first leg you got 2, the next leg you got 4. 2, 4, 7, 9. My Jen, throw the last race out. Look 2 second race back. Was a nice 6 furlong race. The 4, Sister Dawn, never ran on dirt. I like Del Mar winners that are traveling. I think if you can win on that surface, you're pretty darn good because that's a shitty surface. This horse runs the right type of style. John Sadler's been very successful on the road heading east, as we all know, following the sport. And this horse has been training like a freak. 3 out of 14, 2 out of 18, and 1 out of 50. Last 3 works. And we're talking 6 furlongs, 6 furlongs, 5 furlongs on a tiring Del Mar surface. So look for Sister Dawn to be in there. The other horse is 7, who is Beyond All Boundaries. 3 for 3 at the distance. Solid runner. He's going to be coming right off the pace. He's going to be probably a shorter price, but we'll look towards him. And the 9. Danger to me, danger. John Velasquez, Todd Pletcher. Horse seems to be doing all right. Ran 4th in a grade 1 last out, coming back to a grade 3. Could be competitive. So I went with 4 horses in that race. You might have to chop up that ticket. That's very understandable. The next race, the grade 1 Ballerina, race 10. In this particular race, we're looking at... I'm basically looking for a horse that's going to be coming off the back of the pack. So this 7 furlong sprint, I think there's so much early speed that we're going to get a fair pace, and I like the 2, 3, 4, 7. A lot of people don't like the 2 because he's the chalk and this and that, but he is a consistent late runner, and as a kind of the horse I kind of like to look at. The 1 should be loose on the lead, and lone speed is always dangerous. So he's not a horrible throwout. The thing that I don't like is, the majority of his races are against the New York breds. And, I mean, you step into some of these other horses, they're racing against the top class around. Jessica is back. Is going to be very competitive. Horse has won $370,000 this year alone. So he's in there. Informed decision. We're talking about a Breeders' Cup Filly Mare Sprint winner at 3-1. And this horse has been a favorite 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of the 9 races he's run. So, respect, but I'm going to try to take a stand because I think the horse is going to be overplayed. And, but You gotta remember, this is not the hardest field. It's a competitive race. It's not the hardest field. The class is with informed decision. If you gotta chop your ticket, you might want to chop it and lean with the class informed decision. The next horse I have is the 7, Devil by Design. This is a horse who runs the right kind of style. Is going to be sitting just off the pace, and we'll see. I mean, I think that, you know, out of Medaglia d'Ora, he's a horse that can probably get chopped off the ticket depending on the price. The next race is the infamous King's Bishop Grade 1 7 furlongs. I like the 2, 3, 4 here. Saratoga has a 73% speed bias on front runners and horses coming just off the front. So the horses I like here, I like Hurricane Ike, the Funny Bone, and Discreetly Mine. No big surprises there. The top 3 horses in the race. I mean, what are you going to do? Hopefully Hurricane Ike will be the horse that I'll focus on. He'll probably be the 2nd or 3rd choice, coming off of a very impressive win and a nice layoff and fantastic workouts coming back. So I'm going to focus on Hurricane Ike, but on my back of my tickets, I'm going to put the Funny Bone and Discreetly Mine. Discreetly Mine's last rate was ultra impressive, but it was his fastest race he's ever run, so it's very possible the horse is going to regress off of that performance. But we'll see. The Funny Bone beat Discreetly Mine in the past, and Hurricane Ike just seems like he's got a little bit endurance, man. He just seems to me like he's got the endurance. So that's what I'm doing there. I'm going to try to follow that 73% speed bias and roll with it. And then you come to the Travers. What a wide open shootout the Travers is going to be 2010. I've had a very difficult time settling in on an opinion here. I think that the favorite's going to be maybe 4 to 1. So you're going to have great prices in this whole race. And we'll take a look at these horses. Miner's Reserve. This is a consistent earner who's run very well this year and ran a strong race in his last at Saratoga. It didn't seem like he was being outfinished, and he was not gaining on the leader and going another 1/8 of a mile. I question that. He's got a nice workout on the track. Seems to like the track. I give him a chance to hit the board, but I'm going to drop him out of the first 2 slots. Next slot is Trap Shot. This is kind of a hot horse. If you look at his last race, Trap Shot got beat by Looking at Lucky, who was much the best in the Haskell. And he did finish in front of First Dude and Super Saver, 2 very good 3-year-old runners. Trap Shot's got a live shot to win this race. Next horse, Admiral Alex. This horse is going to be a huge price, but if you bet 3-year-olds, you know as well as I do, there's a huge increase in power from their first to second race. This horse ran a big race his first out, a $260,000 Fleet Alex. I see no reason why this long shot cannot be on the board. So, next horse, First Dude. One of my favorites, just a grinder, a big, strong front run and Hurricane. I like him a lot. I think he hits the board. He came back on Super Saver in the stretch of the Haskell, and he's a fighter. And in these long races, if he can wear people down with a fast pace, he could be dangerous. A Little Warm is a very up-and-coming horse. People are loving this horse. I think he's going to be hammered pretty good. He's got Dutrow, his brother Anthony, and John Velasquez. He's going to be good. Icebox I've shied away from. He's a 1-run pony. If you got a fast pace, he'll be running at the end. If it's not a fast pace, he's going to have trouble. That's why he did poorly in the Belmont, and I question his ability to run in these longer races. He was excellent in the Derby, where we always know we have a super fast pace. A Fleet Express is going to be on my ticket. He's part of the Exacta. He's going to be possibly the favorite. Tough up-and-coming horse. I'm going to try to beat him. Fly Down has, I think, is a very good horse. Seems to like the distance. His sire was fantastic at the distance. He's a possible. Friend or Foe. Not too big on Friend or Foe. A Fleet, again, is another A Fleet Alex. And Super Saver. Ran one bad race after winning the Kentucky Derby. I like Super Saver as well. Although coming out of the 11 hole is not a great best spot for him. So I'm looking at playing Trap Shot, First Dude, A Little Warm, and Super Saver. The last race, I'm going to have to just give out my pick. I'm soloing the 5 and the pick 6. Today's going to be a life-changing experience because I'm going to hit the pick 6. So I wish everybody well. If you got any comments or insight, please send it my way, and have a great day at the races.